Hey guys, it's Michael, Bayarea Hiking Guides, and in this video, I'm going to show you some hidden secret locations of Las Trampas. Now, I'm going to go over all these hidden locations and secret spots. I have some images that I can show you. I'm not able to actually go out and start hiking, unfortunately, due to the high smoke conditions we have in the Bay Area. My heart goes out to the people that have to deal with the fires in Malibu, and then as well, the Paradise situation is just horrific what's going on up there. So my heart goes out to those people. It's so unfortunate. Hey, so I'm going to show you the map, and that map's going to basically cover more the northeastern side of Las Trampas, and then down the road in the next segment, I'll do other parts of Las Trampas of some really cool, hidden, unique areas. Okay guys, so I got the map here, and this is more the northeastern side. So we have the ring cat staging area, ringtail cat staging area. God, say that 5 times, huh? Park your car there and you go across the water here, and then get across. You'll see a trail that'll kind of climb up, and you'll see a bunch of chandelier trees that are up there. It's kind of weird. And there's like 6 or 7 up there. They keep getting added up. I don't know who's putting them up there. And it's kind of a creepy vibe to it, especially like on a really foggy day. And those are all up there. And a bunch of valley oaks in there. But also, there is this hidden book in a tree. It's hard to show on the map, but it's over in this section that's got like, it's like a witch's book or something. It's really weird stuff. Interesting book. I really don't know if I can describe it much. I didn't really bother with opening it up. Maybe because I'm a little superstitious, but that's up there. And then you continue forth and you'll end up getting back onto the Ringtail Cat Trail that will continue on there. It's actually called the Other Way Trail on all trails, but I think it's the Ringtail Cat Trail. Also, there's the Dewey's Birthday Trail, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's about right here, and that'll cut across. It'll go all the way across there, and eventually lead into the Madrone Trail, just shortly below Las Trampas Peak. And I'm just going to move this here. There we go. And what this does is it goes up to Madrone Trail, and then to the right of that is actually this bench. Below the bench is actually a Tupperware bin that's got some stuff in it. And at first I thought it was a geocache, but the funny thing about it is that a geocache typically is a lot smaller. This is like a good sized bin. So I opened it up, and be careful when you do get there, because inside there's a bunch of critters, you know, black widows and good things like that. But inside is actually a book, a widow woman that has been journaling her passing husband, who I think died of cancer. And there's a whole journal on it that she goes on there occasionally and writes in this journal, but there's other people have written in it too to like give out their sympathy. It's a really interesting. But the Dewey's Birthday Trail is on all trails. It's not on the map here. And that's pretty well used. It's not maintained. It's not like a legitimate trail, so there is some steeper areas, and it can be a little difficult, especially for, you know, when you're going into the winter or you're hiking in the spring. It can get kind of slippery. I do recommend hiking with hiking shoes with some tread on them. I would not go in flip-flops. And I definitely, and believe me, I've run into people with flip-flops in the Sierras in the snow, so people do it. And I wouldn't go in flat-footed shoes either. But that's there, and then shortly below that, probably right after you cross the creek from the section of the, I'll show that too. You cross the creek right over the section of the Shred Wizard Trail. That'll actually go all the way around and it'll lead into a all the way deep into that creek there, and then it will kind of split off in two different sections. I feel like I'm being watched in that trail. This is kind of like more of a Halloween video. But that trail will actually go all the way through and along the creek, and it's pretty well used. A lot of people do use that one as well. So the next one I do want to talk about, which is probably the most secretive trail out of the bunch. So for you that are all continuing to watch this video, you're in for a treat. Alright, so we have Camille Avenue, which is right here. And Camille Avenue will go all the way up, and then it'll eventually dead end. You've got that construction company that's got their gate and all that other good stuff. But as you continue to go up on Camille Lane, off of Camille Avenue, when you park your car on Camille Avenue, and it's okay to park there, but you go up on Camille Lane, and then you follow this trail all the way up. When you get to the end, the split there, you'll have the Madrone going up the hill there, or you'll have the Madrone making a left and going straight and then slowly kind of going down a little bit. You want to make that left-hand turn. Go in the Madrone, and then you're going to follow that like you're going towards the Virgil Williams, but from the backside. You're going to follow the Madrone all the way down, and then at about 0.64 miles, you'll hit the kind of, it'll make a hard pin turn there. But right before you make that hard pin turn, you'll see to your right that there's a gate there, and then there's a bunch of it's pretty hard to miss. It's pretty easy to miss, but there's a bunch of grass and other stuff there that are all covered up. But if you go beyond that point, that will allow you to get over and then get into another little single track trail. It's not on all trails, and it's not on the map. So you'll go through a cattle gate, and you'll see this little single track trail, and then you'll hit a left pretty immediately. And you'll go up, and you'll continue to go up. Now, this is another one where you got to make sure that you have hiking shoes, because there's some pretty steep areas, and especially in the spring and the summer, in the winter, it can get really muddy in there. So you want to make sure you have hiking shoes. Don't go in there with flip-flops and flat-footed shoes, please. And you're going to go up, and that's going to lead up to a section to where you'll continue on. And there's a bridge there that's kind of man-made. It's made with wood from California bay trees. And that's all kind of sad. They put a bunch of mud on there. And that little bridge is kind of cool. And then once you cross that bridge, once you cross it, you want to make a hard left and ignore the trail for a bit and just go deep into that creek there and keep following the creek up. And you'll see a hidden pool of water that has a about a 10-foot waterfall. That you can check out. And definitely a cool place to explore. I'd highly recommend it. I've gotten some pretty awesome photos in there. But, if you're into exploring, but I will have to say this is off trail. It's real steep, loose soil, a lot of leaves in there, so you do have to be really careful. Probably recommend bringing poles if you've got them. I recommend poles in just general, but check that out. And then you can follow this up. Once you go back, you can follow this up all the way through, and then it will eventually take you to Quarterly Hills trail. Then that will lead into Eagle Peak. The funny thing is a lot of this trail has, it's got, looks like wheelbarrow mounds where they've taken mounds of soil and packed it up with wheelbarrows. Now, this could be evidence of, past marijuana growers, which have been a problem in Las Trampas before, or it could be something entirely different. So, real interesting stuff. But that goes all the way through, and you go up, and then it will take you into the Eagle Peak section. If you make a left, you keep going up, and it hits you into the Quarterly Hills Trail. Subscribe and then like down below. Always hit that bell as well. Bing! And then check out my previous video. And then also, can you guys check out Chad Roman? That guy's awesome. He's got Chad Roman Yoga, his channel. He's actually a member of my family. I'm blessed to have him. He's an awesome guy. He is a yoga instructor, and he does a lot of free yoga hikes in the San Jose area. So check him out, subscribe to him. Awesome dude. Have a good one.